this video, I'm going to do a top 10 of things I want in Destiny 2. With the higher the thing is, the more impact it would have on the game. I'm Toaday I, your friendly neighborhood Sith Lord here, and I'm doing a top 10. I was going to do a witch queen prep guide originally, but it looks like it's going to take longer than I want to do so, and it is Christmas, so I kind of want to make a shorter video and just kind of chill on that day, because Christmas is on a Saturday. But the witch queen prep guide will be uploaded the week after New Year's. You're gonna have to wait like 2 weeks, I think. Also, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Anyways, it's December 25th. Here's how things will be ranked. Be ranked based on the impact to the game it would have, which I said earlier. So low tier things are smaller things like quality of life changes, RNG fixes, etc., etc. While bigger stuff would be like, well, I'm gonna save the bigger stuff at the end because I got some cool ideas that may or may not work in the game. I'm not a game designer. You can definitely tell. I cannot design games. I have never made a game in my life. I can make something in Scratch, which is pretty cool, I guess, but it's nothing to the scale of what Bungie's made. So buckle up, get your yo in, and make sure to like and subscribe. It's free, so subscribe for more Destiny 2 and Halo content, or I just talk over gameplay, so subscribe. Basic commentary, guide content, that's basically just what I said describes my content. So subscribe. Content like this. So, number 10, the ability to just auto-delete blues. Everyone and their grandma has been wanting this feature in the game. The reason why it's number 10 is because it's not going to have so much of an impact where the game is just a totally different game, but it will have the effect of everyone having unlimited supply of gunsmith materials and inventory space for once. Number 9, changing RNG drops for some things. Some weapons are just really rare. You know what? That's the enjoyment of those weapons. They're rare and they're sometimes good, sometimes absolute trash. Especially Teraba. I'm kidding. Teraba is actually kind of a good gun. It is an SMG, and SMGs are not totally meta, but definitely a good weapon to use. This isn't a big change. There's some examples, some guns that just don't drop like ever for anyone. Vex, Mythal class. I guess you can say all the raid weapons because they are supposed to be rare, but sometimes I just think they're too rare. I probably had like about 20 runs of Deep Stone for Eyes of Tomorrow. That seems pretty average because I don't raid all the time, but yeah, that seems pretty average, I'd say. I don't raid all the time, and it makes sense. But Vault of Glass, actually, I need to check on this. Raid Reporter. I go to Raid Report, and I'm going to go to myself. 37 clears. Actually, we're going to subtract at least 2, I think, because it took me like 35, I think. It'll be around 30 clears just to get that one singular weapon. And Vex at the time was absolutely horrible. I actually do have a flawless run. To explain that, it's I did a checkpoint run for Atheon because I was still grinding for vaults, and I got a flawless, which is pretty pog. Also I did it week 1, which is pretty nice. I didn't get it day 1 though, because I wasn't going there day 1. I did not feel like getting wrecked. And also, as another example is half-truths. People have been... This just has a weird drop chance. This wouldn't be too much of a big fix, just maybe tweak the drop chance would fix it. Like I said, I'm not a game designer. I don't design games. Best I've made was something in Scratch. Number 8, extra vault space. Extra vault space will be more useful now since something is gone. We are just stuck at 500 vault slots. And there are a lot of weapons, armor, and other stuff that's in the game that we definitely want to put in our vaults. Looking at you, 30th anniversary weapons. Those are probably some of the best weapons in the game. And we can't fill it up with anything more because we filled it up with all the breach like god rolls. We filled it up at Season of the Dawn. The solution could just multiply the vault space by 2 or give us more vault space every year, like 250 slots a year. We have this Destiny 2's weapons. We get like 5 every 3 months. At least we get like 20 at least every year because the expansion and the season. We need more vault space. That's the lesson of this. Now to the more medium stuff. Number 7, the ability to grab bounties in orbit or just anywhere. We can buy stuff from the store in orbit. We can buy an emote. We can't buy bounties from Banshee from orbit like Bungie. I don't care. There's a $15 shader parading as an ornament for Vex Mythal class. Just give me Banshee bounties. Number 6, new Gambit game modes, or just game modes in general, but Gambit definitely needs them the most. You may think this is big, but it is still smaller than some of the big stuff's about. These new game modes could be like Mayhem Gambler and be Juggernaut and Crucible. Juggernaut, I believe, is a COD game mode where there's a guy who's called the Juggernaut who has a lot more health, and I don't know the rest then. Now we're gonna go to number 5. Old loot and activities coming back through the Legend tab. This Legend tab is only VOG, which is pretty lonely. VOG's getting lonely. We need more stuff. I know you want to play Leviathan again. We all want to play Leviathan again. My friend definitely wants to play Leviathan again. Alex, if you're in the chat, not in the chat, the comment section, if you want to play Leviathan, tell me if you want to play Leviathan again. But what I'm saying here is that we definitely want to play old content or Leviathan again. I liked Leviathan. It was a good raid. This and what they did in Season of the Splicer is also a great opportunity. They can expand this so much, and this could be an opportunity for new players to play old raids, to feel experiences that maybe D1 players got, and maybe D2 players have already had, but the new players just like, okay, how did you get this gun? So cool. But wait, I can't get it. No. And then Bungie can drop down Leviathan from orbit and put in the Legends tab. It would be an opportunity for new players to play old raids, have new loot, and old players to grab stuff they missed. Recently, Zero has been found to have the skull as scout rifle from Trials last year. This has been done, if you watched that CB Gray video, this is his name, hope I did it right. He, kept Zero hostage in the server. I got to see his stuff from next reset, and he has the skull or scout rifle for Trials from Trials, I believe, last year in Hunt. It wasn't last year, but I believe it had stain weapons from last year. Hunt did. All this stuff can bring back even D1 content, which has been done. It would be great if what was started was on a bigger scale. We already had. Now, I want to talk about the big stuff that will affect the game in big ways. Number 4, a more social area. This could be done by maybe adding a group finder and doing some changes with clans and doing some more stuff. There's a video made by Kuj who does fixing Destiny 2's problems. This one video right here goes in depth on how you would fix it. He definitely goes more in depth on it, and you should watch more of his content. I like it. And he's definitely bigger than me. Number 3, dual wielding. This would be weapons like sidearms that either could be crafted in the Witch Queen crafting system to make dual wielding or just dropped weapon. Dual wielding would be interesting. I like the idea of dual wielding, but it'd be weird because I don't know. How would you dual wield hand cannons? Number 2, more advanced modding. Armor in D2 went from perks to mods in Shadowkeep. Well, what if that can go to weapons? There'll still be perks, but the mods will be like little additions to supplement the weapon, like we still have now, but able to add more mods. It won't be like Warframe modding. That would absolutely make Destiny 2 players go bonkers. You can use the materials and place some mods, just like armor. It'd just be like that. That's just something I want in the game. Sounds like a cool idea. How it would look could be like armor. You just use some materials to put some energy and you place some mods. Now, number 1. The one additional thing, if it added the game, would make Crucible the best it could ever be. And by extension, maybe Gambit. Now, number 1, the one addition I think, if added to the game, will make Crucible the best it could ever be. A map editor and custom games. And by extension, not just Crucible. Strikes, Gambit. Strikes won't probably have a map editor because, it's in the actual open world of Destiny. Gambit definitely. This is what made Bungie's past games, Halo 3, and Reach some of the best games Bungie's made. Actually, I'm gonna not sub the best. These are top games. Even after Bungie's Halo days, Forge has been a feature that has been evolving with every game after its release, with the only game without Forge being Halo Infinite, which will only be temporary because for some reason they just didn't launch it on launch date, because don't know why. It's not really a main feature though, but definitely a really good feature, really important though. Forge allows you to place weapons, objects, and other things around maps and just edit the maps, make whatever you want. This has spiraled into some crazy maps. Speed Halo, that's definitely one of my favorite custom game modes. And speaking of custom game modes, we're going to talk about them. Custom game modes supplement that by being able to customize many settings. Let's use the example of low gravity, high speed, and we spawn with energy swords. We can add to this by making a quick and simple map in Forge. Let's go to Forge World and Halo Reach, and neat, something cool is made. This and Destiny 2 can add so much fun to the Crucible. There'll definitely be some good modes though. Like maybe we can have Juggernaut settings. Like if they make Juggernaut into a game mode, as I said, I don't play COD, so I don't know how Juggernaut will go, but assuming I understand how it works, we can maybe customize the Juggernaut. That'd be cool. Make the Juggernaut do like 20 times damage. It's basically the point of it is just to customize to your heart's content of what type of match do you want to play. You want to do a match that's just absolutely memes, or just want to do a fun little game with your friends, or do you want to go into a more serious game? Like, do you just want it to be more serious, more competitive? For example, maybe there could be a match where it's only Valkyries. We already have Scorch Cannon mode. Just imagine Valkyrie mode. Oh shoot, that'd just be explosions everywhere. You got guys yeeting. But I do see custom game going through with some adversity. It's how D2 is more different than Halo. But I think just the settings, it had definitely different settings than Halo. There wouldn't be, ease of whatever mode you can make, because you can play as any weapon, but it'd be fun. Maybe you can do whatever. Maybe someone can make like those maps where there's the people running and there's the guy that's a sniper. Maybe one of those maps. The custom game modes won't just apply to Crucible, but Gambit and maybe Strikes. Like if you want to make a really dumb customization for your friends to meme around in your custom setting Strike, imagine your friends with only Hive Swords and Arms Dealer Strike. That would be funny. I see this going with adversity. Like I said, D2 is far from being Halo. Map Maker might still have adversity, but not as much because it's giving the ability just to place game assets. But as I said, I'm not a game designer. That's really the truth of it all. I'm not a game designer. So, all I can say would be trash and absolute dumb. I hope you enjoyed this shorter video. I don't know what it really was. I don't know what I gave you guys. I guess what I want in D2, it'd definitely be a good game. Some of these additions. Comment down below what you want in D2. Subscribe for more content that I do. This was Toaster eating out, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.